Hey folks, Alex here. Airplane going over right now, making all kinds of noise and stuff. Lovely. Alright. Any rate, so I've been having a couple of problems with my 04 Sequoia. At this point, what I'm thinking is that it has something to do with the ignition coils, which if you look at this right here, this is the ignition coil, and you know, there's 4 of them on each side. And over here, now the error that I'm currently getting is a P0354, and I did have a P0351 as well. So, you know, in this situation, it kind of leads me to believe that, you know, there's something electrical wrong with the car. But let me give you a little bit of history as to what happened before this, you know, became an issue. So I was driving from a job site on, you know, probably about 10 or 12 miles away from my house, and the truck just kind of started misfiring. And the engine was, you know, it was still running, and the harder I pressed the gas, the harder it would actually run. But it started jumping, and at first it did it just really slowly, you know, once or twice, and then it started doing it faster and faster and faster, to the point where it came to a complete stop. I mean, the vehicle just stalled out completely, and I was maybe a mile or so away from my house when that happened. So really frustrating situation, obviously. So initially I was thinking, well, it has to have something to do with the fuel line. So that's my first step was to get up under the car here and check the fuel filter, which, if you take a look, there's your fuel filter right there. And this bad boy runs you about, this particular one runs you about $38. I got it from Advanced Auto after going to AutoZone and being given the wrong part, and then taking that part back up there, showing them the original filter, saying, look, this is the filter that I need, this is the filter you gave me. And then they just went back in their computer and they typed in and they said, oh, well, you know, it says it's the right part in our computer, so you must have had the wrong part altogether. It doesn't even fit right. I mean, the little thing that goes into it is an 1/8 of an inch shorter, and it doesn't even push all the way in. I don't know. I don't get what's going on. At any rate, so AutoZone, because of proximity, you still get some of my business, but Advanced Auto, thanks for at least overnighting the part that I needed for me. I mean, gosh, I don't know what's going on there. At any rate, so from what I've been reading on forums, the ignition coils can be an issue. They can certainly go out, and the thing that you want to look for on them, which you don't see on these here, is, you know, corrosion, wear and tear, that sort of thing. So the number, let's see, I had number 2 and number 7, and so the way this works is it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 back there. And so this is one of the coils that is showing up as having a fault right here. So let's see if I can get that bad boy off of there. Not an easy thing. You got to push in on this little tab and somehow get that piece of plastic over the other piece of plastic in there without breaking it. And honestly, the best thing to do, in my experience at this point, is to try and get something under here to do that and actually pull that tab out. All right. Give me just a second, I'm gonna have to use 2 hands. Wish there was a place I could just like Oh wait, I can do this. Hang on. This could work. I have just the item for this particular situation. Nifty little magnetic hookup. And voila, we are connected. Alright, so, sadly you're not going to get to physically see the thing that I'm working on. Maybe you will. I'll find an angle that'll work. So, there we go. There it is right there. Now ideally what you want to do is you want to get your fingernail under that little piece of plastic there, push down, and just kind of wriggle it back and forth and pull it off. And then take a look inside here and inside there, and look for any corrosion that you can possibly find. You know, so if you take a look right here, boom, 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 nice and clean. Same thing down in here, nice and clean. So we know there's no actual corrosion on this particular plug, which is one of the ones that is giving me an error. So the next thing that you want to test is the actual voltage coming out of those particular lines. I've got to go get a voltmeter. We'll be right back and we'll get this done.